Hi classmates, today I will be showing you a video tutorial on how to use my StoryMaker. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about my StoryMaker before I begin. My StoryMaker is an enriching, kid-friendly website that will allow your young writers, especially your ELLs, the opportunity to write meaningful literature. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to begin by going to the Yahoo search engine, and I'm going to type in my StoryMaker. I'm going to go down to here, Library of Pittsburgh. And before I press this play button, I do want to warn you that there will be a little bit of music playing. I just want to really give you the real feel of what your students will experience. So I'm going to let that music play, and then I'll begin. What a great way to engage your writers into creating their own story, to really get them excited. Before I begin, I want you to take note of this bottom selection. It says load a previously created story into your magic code. What I love about that is that if a student is given the opportunity to write a story and they don't have time to finish the story, or if they do just want to show off that story to their friends, their other teachers, or their family, they can do that. At the end of each book that they create, they'll be given a magic code, and then they can type it in at the bottom, and it will go directly to that book or that story. So we're going to go ahead and begin by creating a brand new story. And because I do want to be listed as the author of my book, I'm going to put in my name and get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set our goals. We're going to choose our main character, and if you take a look over here at the right, there's so many various characters to choose from, such a wide variety, and I'm going to start by choosing a monkey. And my main character's goal is he wants to rescue another character. So who is he going to rescue? Again, we still have that same wide variety, that same selection of characters to choose from. So many fun different characters that could really get our young writers excited. So I am going to say that he's going to rescue this little puppy. And I'm going to press OK. So again, another great feature of this website is that it creates the title for you. So if you have those students who have written a story, they wrote a fabulous story, but then you ask them, okay, put a title to the story, and they go blank. This is a great way for them to create a title, because it's already created for them based off of the information, based off of the goals I gave them. So this one says, The Monkey Who Rescued the Trapped Dog. And so if you don't like it, you can go back. If you like your story, you can press OK, and we'll get started. Again, if you notice on the,
So what would you like to do?
So this is Story Helper, and he's here to help your students write the story. So when you're giving that whole class instruction on how to create create your own story on My StoryMaker, and some of these younger students, they will need that reinforcement. So once you've told them, they can then go back to this button on the left, and it plays the exact same instructions that you may have already previously went over. But because I am doing my own video tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and start the story and walk you through everything that this website has to offer. So if you take a look on the right-hand side of the screen, you have, again, all of these characters. You have so many items that can be listed in the story. I am going to put in a star. A star will be in my story. I'll have a diamond. And I'm going to list one last thing. I'll have balloons. So these three things are going to be my main items for my first page. And I can move these items around anywhere I want them to, so they're not so bunched together. And then I'm going to go to my scenery. What type of scenery do I want for my first page? And of course, they have so many different options, again, to really make this story interesting, to really make it quirky and fun for our young writers. So we are going to have, we will put I'll put a tree, coconut tree in there. And for my setting, they will be, so many selections. They'll be in the forest for the first setting. So that's my first page. If you notice, if there's at any point in time that your student says, I don't like this item, I don't like this character, I don't like this object or this setting, all they will have to do is click it over to the right and it's removed from their story. It's gone. So now I'm stuck with these 4 icons. And at the bottom of the page, you're allowed to add a text to the story. So they've already started off with me with the title Once Upon a Time. So I have Once Upon a Time, a little monkey was in a zoo looking for his friend. So that's the first page. When I'm done with that first page, I am just going to click this arrow. And again, there's your story helper. So this story helper will let them have any advice they may need to really make their story great. So what are you going to do with the balloons? So they already tell you great advice to add that detail, because oftentimes our writers, our young students, they forget to add that detail. They go straight to the facts. So this one is helping you out with that. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page by clicking this arrow here. And so you know now that I'm on page 2 of my story. I can change my characters. Again, I can change my items. I can change my settings and my objects to whatever I feel is necessary. So that's pretty much what StoryMaker is. It really just allows the students to create a really fun story, gives them great details, great characters, great items, great objects, great settings to make their story fun, exciting. So this is really all I have for you. And I'm now going to go. So I'm going to say he found, pretend like this is the last page, he found his friend in a deep, dark cave. Okay? And so that. Oh, and then also another thing that I wanted to add is that you can add emotions to your characters. You can have them interact. You can have them show feelings. That's another great tool of this page. So let's see. And when I'm ready to end my book, I'm going to press this publishing book. And it's going to take a few minutes for that to happen. And it's going to take just a few moments. And it says, what a great story. And again, as I mentioned at the very beginning, it gives you a magic code so that you can reload your story from this website. I can print this. I can share it with other friends. I can download it. I can create a new story, or I can view it. So this is my video tutorial on StoryMaker, and I hope that you really will use this useful website in your class to really get some great writing out of your students. Thank you.